519 milliliters of water.
For
right?
AI to write something?
For AI, only 100 words email.
You know Sleeping Beauty? The origin story is like mad dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
Yo, Sleeping Beauty, it's low-key shouldn't have been for kids.
Played a Drake song, and this is what the frequency was.
Oh, it's just messy.
Yeah, it's a bunch of messy stuff.
What song was it? Pretty much all of California is underwater. Around Florida, the tide has gone over, and there's a huge, like, look, it almost looks like a river.
Yeah.
Roman Atwood, you know the YouTuber?
Yeah, the one with the family, right?
Yeah. Did you hear about his mom?
No, what happened to his mom?
So there's a conspiracy theory, and it's about him on his podcast. Why, bro? Yo, see that's your problem. That's your problem, man. You're too much in your head about, oh, it has to be perfect.
That was a good excuse.
You gotta do shit when you do shit.
That was a slick excuse, man. You're like,
Oh
why?
my
What the fuck?
God,
Oh, because the
man.
lighting, bro. Like, there was also a guy that was in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right before the game winner, like his tick went viral on the
What's his
internet.
tick?
So
Yes.
like before he puts his helmet on, he's gotta adjust his hair, and he kept doing it, right? He's like, oh no, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. So he kept going like this until he got it right. Then he put the
Then
helmet
he would
on.
kick it.
Yeah, then
So-
he would kick.
Yeah, that's everyone. I feel like everybody has their little
Yeah.
free throw, like little thing they do first. They have to
Yeah,
spin
yeah.
the ball or whatever. But I think that's the thing that gets you in the zone. Because look, you know why I use nunchucks?
Why?
There's a theory to it.
Why?
It's not even a theory. It's like dead ass works.
Uh-huh.
I use nunchucks every day because it practices what? Guess.
Practices.
It practices flow state.
Oh yeah, you are kind of flowing with nunchucks.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yo,
yes.
when you use it, you can't not be in flow state. So every morning when I do my sit-ups, push-ups, everything, I do a little bit of nunchucks because it makes your flow state.
Word.
So you train your brain every day to be in that a little. And I think that's why people have their tics is because like when they're playing the game,
Yeah.
that's like their thing they just do subconsciously and then it just puts them in that mode. It's like doing a test and chewing gum.
Yeah, I heard that works, but like that's only for the people that think it works. Like it'll help them if you think it works.
Yeah, that's how
thing.
faith works though.
Yeah.
That's how faith works. If you believe it, you believe it. That's what
Facts,
it is.
facts,
That's what
facts.
it is. Everybody can have their belief in something. But the person that believes it on themselves, that's the only thing that matters. Like my faith can have an impact on you if I can convince you that I'm that faithful.
Yeah.
Right?
Then I'll start believing too.
Then
'cause,
you're start
yeah,
believing too.
That's true, man.
But it just depends. It just depends.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we missed last week, fam?
What?
So there's bare conspiracy about the fire we didn't even talk about.
Okay, yeah, we can get into that then.
We didn't even talk about all the California fires.
What else did you see about the fires?
Yo, so the first one is, so apparently the theory is like they wanted to start a fire to burn down all of the houses that may have had incriminating evidence on whether it be Jeffrey Epstein, the Diddy case, or anything along those lines.
Okay, I
For
heard
all
about
we
that.
know, yeah. Now, the thing is, what's very interesting is a bunch of these people that lost their homes already had homes they were moving to. They were already planning to get out of there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a few celebrities. I forgot exact actors.
Yeah.
But there's huge celebrities. They've been in like Oscar-winning movies, fam.
Yeah.
They already planned to either sell their house, get rid of it, this and that, and they already bought a new place that they want to permanently stay in.
Yeah.
In all of places, guess where?
I don't know where.
In Texas. Now,
Okay.
I'll tell you why that's interesting.
Because it's cheap there. Because you can get like $1 million mansion for
That
cheap.
too.
Yeah.
That too. Well, I'll tell you why it's a little bit interesting.
Why?
And it's interesting that Joe Rogan lives there too.
Yeah,
you know?
Drake lives there now too.
Drake lives there now too?
Yeah.
So the theory is all of these rich people and all of these people that are connected with people in power, they know something that we don't.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Do you ever hear about the Doomsday maps?
I've heard Doomsday, but not what's the Doomsday maps?
So there's this guy.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you exactly what it looks like.
okay, bet.
So there's this guy. His name is Gordon Michael Scallion. Now,
Okay.
people called him like a prophet because he would predict things that happen in the world. He would literally predict what was going to happen in politics, what was going to happen with natural disasters. And one of the visions that he had was about the world and how the world would look in the future.
Okay.
And what he did, he was actually a cartographer as well. So he made maps.
Okay.
He drew up a map, what the world would look like in the distant future. Now, the way the map looks.
Don't tell me it's like blacked out. Like
Check this out.
Specific part of LA is blacked out.
Specifically,
No.
the US looks like this. So pretty much all of California is underwater. Around Florida, the tide has gone over, and there's a huge, like, look, it almost looks like a river in between America now, right? Yo, Ontario is cooked. Toronto, we're cooked. The water rose, and it's just flooded all over.
Damn.
Now, this is where it gets really scary, right?
Yeah.
Because if you take this map, and if you look at the land that specifically all the billionaires been buying, and one of the billionaires being Bill Gates, put it side by side, you see these areas where it's dry in California?
They all have houses there?
Bill Gates owns all that land.
Oh my gosh.
Like for real, Bill Gates owns farmland here.
Yo.
Owns farmland anywhere that's
dry.
He's been buying, I think he owns the majority of farmland in America right now.
Crazy.
And everybody's moving to Texas. Why? Look how Texas looks.
It's dry, fam.
It's
Nothing's
dry.
affecting it.
Didn't be affected at all. So if everybody's moving there,
My goodness.
and this is what I guess the prophecy of how the world's gonna look in the future. What's really going on here?
And that's crazy too, because obviously celebrities might have that insider scoop, right? But for the people that don't, and it was kind of tricky too. That's why I believe your theory, because the celebrities that were affected know this to move. The people that don't, fam, did you see what happened with the insurance? The insurance policies canceled fire insurance right before it happened.
Yeah.
Which is super sus.
It's super sus
You know what I
because
mean?
they predicted was gonna happen or
exactly.
whatever, right?
But the celebrities, that doesn't even matter to them because they already know the plan. The people that affected don't know the plan. They got fucked.
I know.
Like regardless, they got fucked.
Yeah. For all we know too, it could be a thing of they even wanted to take out the celebrities that weren't on board.
Yeah.
Because all the celebrities live in fucking LA.
Yeah, and you're right too. Like what demolish every evidence of it possible, of houses possible. The fires not gonna
Diddy's
leave.
house. I think Diddy's house got burned down.
I don't know if that's
I'm pretty
true.
sure.
Really?
Yeah. That's what the TikTok
Most
conspiracies
likely,
are saying.
Yeah, most likely, like all the sus houses got burned down.
Yeah, it makes sense though, because if we were actually like done a crime, and we could control a freaking natural disaster to happen and wipe off all the evidence clean, and we're all good and we could all move away. Why wouldn't we do it?
Yeah.
It's not even a question of if they can, because they can. It's a question of when would they want
Real
to.
shit, yeah. And they were saying
now, I
like,
guess.
I've seen a bunch of TikToks. They're saying like, oh, Hawaii, when they did that laser thing and they burned all that down, that was like the test. But I'm like, yo, that's kind of fucked.
I know.
Because what if that is true?
And it makes sense too if Bill Gates owns all of this land and now that it's burnt down. Now that it's burnt down, he can build shit there, right? Like he could probably buy more stuff around it or whatever. Who knows? Who knows what they want to do?
Yeah. Damn, bro.
And that's the whole thing of like we are at the mercy of the rich, kind of. We're at the mercy of God first, but it sucks that we have to almost be controlled by whatever moves they make first. And the ones that are at the bottom of the food chain, we have to abide by whatever they're going by, you know, whether it be good or evil. And usually, look how the world's going. It's kind of evil.
Those thoughts I try to stay away from because those are the thoughts like, oh, if I have those like right before I sleep and shit, like, oh, I start overthinking. Like
that's my whole life.
Yeah, yo, bro. Oh my, yo. Yesterday I had a thought of like, oh, like what happens after like death and stuff. I started like freaking out because I'm like, oh.
You never thought about that?
No, because I've never really had a lock in like, damn, what happens? Like, why am I doing all this for? Just a thing? And I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy because I kind of got sad, but then I was like, okay, I can't think about it no more. Let me just.
No, but you do
just
have to
continue
think
life.
about it. Fam.
Yeah, that's.
Because the reality is that's the truth.
Yeah.
So the problem is we always want to run away from the idea, man, at one point this is going to end. At one point, your friends are going to get old. All of us are going to die eventually.
Yeah.
God forbid it happens tragically, but, you know, eventually that time will come.
Yeah.
Now, if we forever just distract ourselves and put yourself in a comfortable position to never even look at it like that, we're just living in, like I said before, it's autopilot. Like you won't take things as seriously as you would if you realize
Don't
how
know,
much
man.
power you have to your life and how much time you have with your power,
It's crazy still.
right?
Yeah. Well, it's just so weird to think about.
Because did you have that as a kid or no?
No, I didn't.
had it as a kid.
Oh,
I
actually,
had it
I
young.
feared death when I was a kid. Like when all the tornadoes and like earthquakes, like I saw in the news, I'm like, damn, like I'm scared. I have so much to live for. You know what I mean?
I hate how it really takes tragedy to make you open your eyes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because lately, what I've been doing is I've been practicing gratitude. Like when something really good happens, that's when I start to think, okay, I really have to soak it all in. Let me be really grateful. Because how many more? And you shouldn't think in a sense of you won't get more of it. Like you think in abundance of good times, good memories, but think of the times that you can enjoy and can remember to enjoy. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because damn, it's hard to see like my Lolo and he can't remember stuff.
No, real. Yeah, that's real.
Like it's hard to see that. And when I'm his age, I would want to remember all the good times. You know, like that's what you feel like you're just gonna remember all of that.
Yeah. And I
Right?
see something that was like, oh, when you're old and stuff, you're gonna remember the things that you didn't do rather than what you did. Usually, it's usually like that. I'm like, damn.
I disagree.
Really? No,
Yeah, I
but we're
disagree.
not old yet. That's why. But like, whenever I talk to old people, they're like, "Oh, you should do this because I didn't do that." You know what I mean? Why do they always remember the things that they didn't do rather than the things that they did?
I disagree though, because if we're talking about people that got documentaries and things, you know, people very high caliber of life that accomplish great feats and shit,
Yeah.
right? I don't think they think like that. Maybe they do. I don't know, but probably everyone to each their own. However, I think it's just the majority of people that live their lives don't live their lives to the fullest.
That's true.
Because what do you really, really want to do? Are you doing it right now?
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you go outside and ask everybody our age the same question,
No.
that's not an answer that's very common. You know, it's really not. It's really not.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to be grateful. Yo, I'm actually here. I'm actually like
for sure.
living something I love, and yo, a lot of people they might never get to.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I've seen on TikTok, it's super grateful now because the TikTok ban is causing like mayhem because because you know how people's careers were built off TikTok and stuff like that. And now people are like, oh no, like what am I going to do next? I wasn't grateful this whole time. I thought it was going to be a never ending app. Like bro, I even remember my accountant telling me like, this is when we first started.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you're making decent money now, but what in 5 years? It's like that shit replays in my mind because it always plays over. He's like, yo, you got to have a plan because what if in 5 years it doesn't work out? But then I told him I was being very ego-y. Like,
What did you say?
I was like, oh, I'm going to be so up at that point that it's not even going to matter. Right. But that was just the belief in myself. Like, oh, I'm going to be good regardless of what happens.
Yeah.
But for other people, obviously, it's like, yo, you always have to stay in that mindset. Oh, it's not always going to be there, but you got to be grateful right now that it's happening. Make your plays now.
When I hear about that stuff,
Yeah.
for me, I think of it like this. You know what Mr.Beast said?
What?
Mr.Beast said, if you were to take away all his subscribers, everything, and just gave him a fresh new channel, he would be able to build up that channel to what he already did.
100, yeah.
You know why? Because it's just here. It's in the mindset. It's literally everything you learned, the wisdom you got to get there,
Yeah.
and conquering a new feat. So sure, you built all of this, that. Now, that's impressive. What's even more impressive is if you can do it again,
Yeah.
but after failing.
Yeah. That's like Joe.
That's different.
Yeah, I think that's what Joe told us. Remember, he's like, he likes starting from zero because it disciplines him enough to keep going. You know what I mean?
Because if you get too comfortable of being great at shit, then
Yeah.
you're not gonna get that much better.
Yeah.
Because you hit the certain piece and you're like,
Right?
shit.
Yeah.
But if you're always here, fam, you're hungry. I'm hungry,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Like when you're at a certain thing on, like I want to go into directing, and I know I'm shit right now. But if I keep freaking making myself obsessed, hungrier, wanting to be better, wanting to be the best, I can get there every single step, every single day, as long as I stay obsessed, as long as I stay hungry. But let's say I drop the movie and all of a sudden, boom, it's the greatest film ever made. What am I gonna do for our next
Yeah.
film? Fuck. You know
You're
what
gonna
I
have
mean?
to
Like,
top it. You have to be disciplined
you're
enough to
probably
be like,
too lazy.
yeah, that's true. Do you know I also found out a crazy story of why Ray Lewis?
Who's Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis, one of the greatest football players, like one of the best defensive players in the league. So like quarterbacks would not throw his way just cause like he would put the players in hospitals.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
so-
he was a defender?
Yeah, he was the defender, and he wore specifically number 52.
Why?
Right? So when he was small, right, his stepfather would beat up his mom, right? And he would, as a little kid, like that's traumatizing to see that, right? So him being so, like, he wanted to become stronger and he wanted to become disciplined. So what he asked his mom, he's like, can I get a deck of cards? And his mom's like, no, we don't gamble in this house. I've never been a gambler. I don't believe in that. The Christ doesn't believe in that. So we're not going to do that, right?
Yeah.
So weeks later, his mom and the stepfather have another fight, right? And they were crying both together. The mom throws him the deck of cards. So the deck of cards has 52 cards. Yeah. So what he did, he took those 52, went into the garage, and he flipped every card. He would do 7. Okay, I'm going to do 7 push-ups, 7 push-ups. Boo, a jack. Okay, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, 10 push-ups. So he would rotate that whole thing, push-ups, sit-ups, like, I don't know, burpees, through the whole 52. And by the end of it, how much fucking push-ups and
Yeah, it's
sit-ups
a
he would
lot.
probably
It's a
do.
lot, yeah.
But that's what he would do every day because that would keep him disciplined. No, I got to finish that 52 deck of cards. So I'm like, yo, he is one of the biggest, like, players.
Yeah.
52, that makes sense, man.
Yeah,
'cause
that's a real.
The reason he wears that because that's what got him big. So crazy.
See, I love those things, especially
Yeah.
in stories when they have those little Easter eggs.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's not just a number. That number
It's
relates
not.
to something even deeper that you didn't even realize.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think it's even more special when only you know it.
Yeah.
You know, because I have a cousin and he has a tattoo and he never wants to tell me the meaning of it.
Okay.
I think that's what makes it special.
Oh, really?
You know, because it's something that only he'll know, and the reason he has it is just to remind himself. It has nothing to do with anybody else's judgment, anybody else's, I guess, care. It just matters to him.
To him, yeah.
Sure, it may look cool to you, but to him it means something completely different.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
better
that's
because
fucking dope.
that's better because I know a lot of mans that get tattoos just so they can get compliments from their friend. Like, like yo, bro, like everyone gets like that certain tattoo, fam. Okay, that's sick, bro. Like, but what does it mean to you? Nothing, fam. There's zero importance to you. There's all the importance to your friend.
Yeah.
What?
To be fair though, art is art though.
Yeah. Okay.
To be fair, art is art. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody wants to get something on their body that looks cool, shit, I'm all for it. Just because I do that shit on my wall. Like, I'll do that shit to my home. I'll do that shit wherever. And art transcends everything. Like, you can customize anything you want. The creativity, you should never kind of like downbeat on someone's creativity. I feel like that's one thing. Because if you try to, I guess, put rules to art, you're no longer an artist. You just don't like art anymore, you know?
Yeah.
I heard this quote and they said, it was a comment, but it was a real quote.
Okay.
Now, they were saying something about AI art and how it was gonna fuck up everything, right?
Yeah.
Because it kind of is fucking up shit. But at the same time, there is still creativity in what you prompt or what you want to do with it, this and that. Now, people in the comments, there was one person that had this quote, and they said, it really takes people to say, I forgot the exact quote, but it pretty much said like, once people say that's not real art, that means you've created something completely new and different that will change everything else.
Yeah, man. People have to hate for it first because they've never seen it. So that's a good thing.
Back in the day, they were doing Victorian style paintings and shit, and then all of a sudden people are doing abstract. And what do people say? That's not real art.
Yes, fam.
What the fuck is real art then?
Nothing. It's not.
Art is anything you want, bro.
I seen a man put a pineapple. He snuck a pineapple in a museum, and he put that pineapple in the shelf, and everybody was taking pictures of it. And then the museum's like, "This is not even ours, right?"
Yeah.
So, and that art that he put in got him on newspapers, got him on the TV shows. He was on Good Morning America just because
That's
it's
crazy.
pineapple.
That's freaking crazy, bro. But I think what art is, like, if I were to define it,
Yeah,
I think good art, all it is
makes you think.
yeah, is the is the act of making someone ponder. Right?
Facts,
If
yeah.
you can make someone ponder, not think, ponder.
Ponder.
You know what I'm saying?
What does this-
profound
what-
pondering. type shit.
What does this mean?
Yeah. If you make somebody ponder, bruh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good art. Yo, if you could make your homie that doesn't think at all, take a minute and really think about it. Bruh,
We got
that's
him.
good. Yeah, we got him. That's good art. That's what good art is, in my opinion.
Oh, and also since we're talking about AI, I don't know if you know this, but we're actually competing with AI for water.
Wait, why water?
Oh, you didn't know this?
Why water?
So because AI, whenever you put like a prompt in, right?
Yeah.
So say like and there was a whole article posted by, I think it was like Daily News. And if you put in a prompt that says, "Can you make me an email of 100 like words?" Right? So this is the exact amount of water that it takes up. Hold on, I'll show you. Okay, boom. So it uses 519 milliliters of water.
For
right?
AI to write something?
For AI, only 100 words email.
But where does the water go?
Huh? What do you mean? No, because you know how AI has all the it gets powered by water. That's what I heard.
Like water generators.
Yeah, water generators, because all
Like
the,
electricity?
Yeah, all the tech
Yeah.
there's a bunch of tech in one room that needs that amount of electricity. So it's from water. So boom. So and now you're thinking about it, look, it says ChatGPT has 200 million users. And if you do the math, if they all ask for 100-word emails, that's 207 million liters of water per day. And that's on the article. That's not including Google. That's not including Meta, because Meta's using it now. None of that. That's just one person asking it, "Oh, yo, write me an email real quick."
But that water wouldn't be drinking water though.
It wouldn't. But like obviously it's water still at the end of the day.
Big deal. I don't think it's a big deal, but it is kind of like that hook. Yeah, that's a crazy hook. That's a crazy hook. Like you make me think, oh fuck, and one day we're not gonna have water because we're giving this to the robots. The fuck aren't they robots?
I'm Captain Hook, man. Call me Captain Hook.
That's a crazy hook though.
Yeah.
No, but like, you know the guy that predicted the stock market crash, Michael
yeah.
Burry, the Big Short,
Yeah.
right? I say this all the time. He invests in one thing all the time.
What?
Very specifically, water.
Why?
Water. Because he thinks the next wars will be fought over water.
Over water? I mean, yeah, water is basic necessity. It makes sense.
So if you were to invest in something during the apocalypse or whatever, maybe those stocks with water are the most important, because there's no water, there's no food. Nothing can go. Health is number one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Health is number
I
one.
would just invest in hella Britas. So anything can be purified.
No, but you can't like take salt water
Yeah,
and
yeah.
put that shit in. Still gonna be salty, fam. Ew.
Yo, I've seen this one thing was like, you know the survival things where you take a piece of napkin, you dip the purified water, and it just runs down the napkin, and you take that.
Yeah, I
you
seen
do
that.
that enough times that the water can actually.
It's a survival tactic.
Yeah, but it takes long time to do it. Like obviously you're waiting for that.
People do it. I think Bear Grylls is one of the persons.
Oh, Bear Grylls
Yeah,
does
Bear
it?
Grylls was one of the people. But they have this thing called a life straw.
Yeah.
And I was looking into, when COVID was happening and all that quarantine stuff, I was really looking in, the world goes to shit and I need a bag to like, I guess, survive in the Last of Us type of environment.
yeah.
Can I really do it? I'm looking around like, fuck. What am I really gonna drink?
Probably nothing, bro.
So there's these things you can get. It's called like a life straw, and it has a filter in it. But you just put it in a dirty pond or whatever.
and you can sip from it.
Yeah, you can sip from it. It'll come clear. So they bring it to places that don't have a lot of clean water.
Yeah.
Like some places in Africa, literally just places with not good drinking water. Some in the Philippines too, they have it.
Yeah.
Now, it literally just like filtrates all of it and then it's fresh. Yeah.
Really? So that's already tested. Like I wouldn't trust that. Just a straw?
No, it's a fat straw.
Oh, okay.
Pause. It looks like a Stanley cup.
Oh, okay.
It looks like a Stanley
I
cup.
thought it was just
No. Yo, but you know what?
That's blasphemy.
High key, we should be filtering our water right now still.
Oh yeah, 100.
Because even just the tap water, it's good.
Yeah.
But it still could be better.
Yeah, and I seen like a study that Britas like don't do the job. Like supposedly Britas don't do like half of the job.
What do they do?
I don't know, fam.
I actually never looked into it too much.
I've only drank from Britas my whole life, so it's like, damn.
Yo,
All the bad frequencies are.
fuck.
Oh, go ahead.
What, go? What are you saying?
Because I was gonna say something about frequencies too.
Yeah.
Because one person, I seen this on TikTok, so cool. They did a test for music. And you know how we talk about like non-secular versus secular?
Yeah.
So there's specific frequencies that are healing.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, and you can see that in worship. Like you can see God in the frequency of worship music. So they took
put a sand, right?
Yeah, no, they took like this board. It's called something. Hold on, let me try and I'll show you the thing.
Yeah.
So they took a board and they put sand on it, obviously. And this lady would be like, okay, I'm gonna put sand and I'll play a specific frequency, right? And so this is the healing frequency, what it looks like. It makes like different types of patterns.
Yeah.
Right? So now she played a Drake song, and this is what the frequency was.
Oh, it's just messy.
Yeah, it's a bunch of messy stuff.
What song was it?
No, she muted it. She said I couldn't say
Oh.
it. Yeah. But then she played I think it was, you know the song?
Yeah, Oceans.
Oceans by like Hillsong. This is what it made. You can see like the
You can see
crosses
a cross in it. Damn.
being formed. Look, bare patterns and stuff. And
That's
it's-
crazy.
And it's
That's
crazy. Yeah,
crazy.
you can play secular songs and then it wouldn't.
I seen one. I think the same girl. She played the Kanye song "God Is."
Yeah, and it made the patterns. Yeah.
it made patterns. And what she said was there's certain shapes that correspond to different it's frequency of 369.
Yeah.
Like the Nikola Tesla manifestation. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Ready?
Okay.
Because what I like to do, what I realized is if I keep listening to music that I don't know, I guess it's just fun to listen to, even though it just may seem good. Yeah. It's not necessarily helping me when I envision stuff and kind of pave my future in my head, right? So what I'll do is I'll specifically listen to music before the rapper became big.
Wait, what?
Or the artist became big.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
So I'll listen to music of artists that they were still an upcoming artist before they were that huge.
Yeah.
Cause the reason why is because you can imagine in their music, especially if the music is talking about their journey, they're talking about, oh, I'm gonna make it this, I'm gonna do good that.
So it's good frequency.
The good frequency, it's the good energy, and it's proven, it's legit evidence and proven to make somebody successful because it made that artist successful.
Okay.
So I'll listen to, damn, I don't know if I want to get the game out though.
But then like once that artist becomes popular, then maybe they're like, now the label
the new music is different.
It's different.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like the new music is different, but you can imagine, I'll just give one out, like the College Dropout.
Yeah.
You can imagine that first whole album, the frequency and the vibes of it, the energy attached to it, that's proven to have made him successful.
Yeah.
So listening to it repeatedly, maybe that's what drilled into his head to be who he was, right?
Yeah, like Olivia Rodrigo. Remember, you're like, why is she vamped? Why is her music based around vamps now? You know what I mean? And maybe before her, it was so genuine.
It's different now, bro. It's different now.
And I seen something that Spotify does. I think it's Spotify and Apple, but they tune the songs in 440, the hertz frequency, which is a bad frequency. So even though you think you're listening to a good frequency song, you know that it's still bad, which is crazy. 440, they already tuned it for you.
Do you think? I feel like we don't have a choice though.
Yeah.
When you hear something on the radio or you hear something online, like,
Oh yeah, that's cooked. Radio's cooked. You know that's bad.
Even on your phone, do you think there's an app like that can change everything? Because you know how there's an app that will change the color on your phone, and then you can't access color on. It's all black and white, right? Because that changes your stimulation. Like it makes you not so freaking addicted to your phone.
Yeah. Like the red light. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Because I started putting in my phone, there's a red theme color.
That's for your eyes.
Yeah, at night so you get tired.
Yeah, that's for your eyes. But Josh, he said because he was so addicted to his phone, he had an app that makes everything go black and white.
Oh shit.
Because that way you're watching TikToks and it's boring.
It's boring.
Because the
you're
real
right.
color is out here.
Oh, is that why men's back then were actually not addicted to TV and shit?
Yeah, no, for real.
It was just black and white.
Bro, if you take it in, if whatever's on your phone is more vivid than real life, then you're gonna be attracted to what's on your phone than out there, right?
That's true.
And that's what it's gonna get fucked up. Because what if in an apocalypse or the world's the shit and everything outside is just terrible and you just throw the VR on?
Yeah, fam.
I don't even have to look outside, bro.
You don't, fam.
That's scary. That's scary. Oh, yo, I have a story for you.
Okay.
We never talked about this yet.
Yeah.
But Roman Atwood, you know the YouTuber?
Yeah, the one with the family, right?
Yeah. Did you hear about his mom?
No, what happened to his mom?
So there's a conspiracy theory, and it's about him on his podcast talking about his mom to his dad. Check this out. His mom passed away. His mom died, and he was having a podcast with his father.
Yeah.
And it sounds like on the podcast, he was trying to get answers out of his dad because he thinks that he murdered his mom.
Really?
Yeah.
So he was like mafiaing it.
Yeah, he was trying to like make him slip up and say something wrong.
Wait,
right?
wait,
It's
tell me.
crazy.
Show me
It's
the
actually
type.
crazy.
What questions was he asking?
So check this out. Just look at how he reacts.
I bet.
So pretty much what he says, he's trying to Roman Atwood's explaining to the podcast and to his dad that he can't fathom how his mom died because his mom died from falling off a scooter.
Okay.
But to him, it's so sus. But look.
Sue's death was not
Watch your dad.
100%
Looks guilty.
unexpected.
That's how you responded, fam.
Heck?
That's how you responded. What the fuck?
He's mafia.
Yo.
Wait, what? That sucks. That was such a bad response to that.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, bro.
You could have
It's
just said, I
weird.
don't know.
It's weird. And then check this out, right? What does that mean? What does that mean? And then look. So he
He's
talks
guilty.
more. He talks
He's
more.
guilty.
So this is why it's freaking weird. Because not only is it a weird death, on the podcast, imagine live, bro. Imagine like on the podcast as you're talking to him, trying to get answers, and he's giving you answers like this, like, yo, this shit is fishy. Listen.
It's kind of
Here, I'll replay it.
Sue's death, 100% unexpected. It's kind of, and I'll tell you what happened.
Look at the wife.
Christ comes to me. He's walking up to me. And he sits me down. And he says, I have to separate you and Sue for a little while.
I don't know
Yo.
though, bro.
I don't think Christ does that to man.
Only God really knows for
Yeah.
me, but it is just sus on the podcast because I was watching it a little bit. And to be fair, this is just conspiracy. This is all just conspiracy. Obviously, the answers are probably given to him. Who knows what Roman even thinks about it?
He
But-
didn't look like convinced though.
Yeah, that's my thing. Is when he was asking that to his dad, like he even said it. He can't fathom how was it a closed casket
Yeah.
that she fell off a scooter.
weird.
It's like the long tendo theory.
What's the long tendo theory?
I'm not getting into that though.
I was like, oh wait, who's that?
Yo, if you're from Toronto,
yeah,
you know.
that's super niche.
That's niche.
That's
If you're from
super
Toronto, you know.
Yeah.
That's a theory
Alright,
too.
yeah. Yo, that's so
That's crazy. We're not talking about that though.
Holy though. So it's 2025 and the new year means new opportunities. I know a lot of you guys that watch have a business of your own, so 2025 is the time to start. But a lot of you have some questions, like how do I get started? How do I come up with a brand? How do I sell stuff to people? And what will I even sell? But take a deep breath because Shopify's got you. And how do I know? It's because I have my own business and I had the same questions when I started. So here's exactly what I learned. So the best time to start your business is right now. Shopify makes it simple to create your brand, open for business, and get your first sale. Get your store up and running easily with thousands of customizable templates. No coding or design skills required. All you need is to drag and drop. Their powerful social media tools let you connect all your channels and create shoppable posts and help you sell everywhere people scroll. Shopify makes it easy to manage your growing business. They help with the details like shipping, taxes, and payments from one single dashboard, allowing you to focus on important stuff like growing your business. So what happens if you don't act now? Will you regret it? What if someone beats you to the idea? Don't kick yourself when you hear this again in a year because you didn't do anything now. With Shopify, your first sale is closer than you think. Established in 2025 has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/jumpers, all lowercase, JUMPERS. Go to shopify.com/jumpers to start selling with Shopify today. That's shopify.com/jumpers, JUMPERS.
No, but that's interesting, no?
Yeah.
Like, fam. Okay, what would you do? What would you do if? What if you're in a position? Because I watched this movie recently.
Okay.
And it had like a whole bunch of people in there, and they switched bodies. Oh, did I talk about this yet?
Which one? Switch bodies? No.
I didn't talk about this yet.
So keep explaining.
Okay.
Let me see.
So there's this movie. It's on Netflix. I forgot exactly what it's called. I think it's called What's Inside. Have you ever talked about this?
No, I don't think.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a sick film.
Okay.
So there's a movie called What's Inside, and pretty much what happens is they play real life mafia, but what happens is instead of playing mafia, their spirit goes into different bodies. So the game is we have to find out who's in whose body.
Oh, that's kind of sick.
Yeah. So instead of like, oh, you're mafia, you're lying.
Yeah.
It's literally who can play as that person the best and pretend they're that person because somebody else's soul or spirit isn't each and every one of them.
That's weird.
It's interesting as fuck, right?
Okay.
Now this is where it gets cool because the way it works was there's this friend that comes over to I think it's like a bachelor party, something like that.
Yeah.
Brings a machine over, boom, plops it on the table like, yo, let's play a game.
Yeah.
And pretty much what it does, this machine, it switches everyone's soul into somebody else's body,
so
and
weird.
it's random.
Yeah.
Like you don't know, nobody knows except for the person that started it, right?
Okay.
Now, imagine you did that and some shit pops off in the house.
Oh.
Let's say somebody gets killed. Let's say somebody can be framed for shit. Who knows? When they go back into their body, how do you explain that to police?
Oh,
You can't.
you can't because you're gonna try and blame
The person,
the
but,
person.
but it's still that person. So what can you really
Oh,
say?
that's weird,
Yo,
that's
it's crazy.
That's,
right?
Is that in theaters? I want to go watch that.
No, it's on Netflix
Oh,
right
it's
now.
on
It's on
Netflix,
Net- I
okay.
watched this film. I'm like, yo, this is fucking fire.
Yeah?
I want to make a film like that. Like, just the guessing of it is
What's
so
it called
sick.
again?
I think it's called What's Inside.
What's inside? That makes it so difficult though. That's advanced mafia.
It's very, very, very
Yeah.
advanced because what happens was there's certain, I don't want to spoil it, but there's certain people that get into some illegal shit.
Yeah.
And then what would happen is like, yo, I'm going to go to jail now because you did some shit to me while you were in my body.
Yeah.
And then when we switch back, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
right?
Then
So it's like-
you're fucked because that person would have just put all the shit on you and then said it was you at the end.
Exactly.
You don't know what happened. Oh,
Exactly.
fuck.
So
Yeah.
imagine this machine was real though.
No.
Imagine this machine was real, and imagine that shit happened at parties.
That's scary because then you can have that guy who's just using that for straight, like, oh, I can now pull this off. Like, oh, I don't like this person. Let me do this because at the end of the day, I know I'm going to switch back to my body.
That's a crazy machine, Gavin.
Crazy.
Gavin, that's a crazy machine because imagine that's what happens at those parties.
Oh, you actually think oh, okay.
Because imagine that's what happens at those parties. And then
Yeah.
obviously you can frame people for doing crazy acts on camera.
Yeah. You know Avicii, the DJ?
Yeah.
He actually tried to expose Hollywood and Diddy for sex trafficking before he died.
Avicii before he died?
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God,
in one of his music videos, he was like very back then his like label would work him like almost to death. So he fell out of love for
Damn.
music, and on his like last run ever, he would make sure to try and put these like symbolisms in, like you know how Justin Bieber and the yummy, that was all symbolism. So in one of them, I'm gonna try and find it. Oh, For a Better Day. For a Better Day's music video, that shit was all symbolism. I'll show you if I can. Yeah, right here. So right here, it would be like all these millionaires, and then it would be children running away from these millionaires. Look, see if it shows it. Boom.
Interesting.
In the cornfield. Boom. All these people running.
Yeah.
And a month before his death, he almost released this song. Guess what it was called?
What was it called?
It was called Done Diddy. And it never came out. We don't know how that song sounds.
Wait.
We don't know the lyrics for it.
How did he die?
I don't know.
Don't tell me pneumonia, fam.
Oh, let me search it up.
Don't tell
if
me
it's
that,
pneumonia,
bro.
hold on.
Don't tell me that.
How Avicii died. Oh, so it was suicide from self-inflicted injuries from a broken wine bottle.
Damn.
So suicide, damn.
All right, V, bro.
But yeah, Done Diddy, fam. We don't know the context. We don't know, but it was called Done Diddy.
Yo, that's kind of crazy.
He was on a mission before.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Because the fact, I think those ones are scariest when they have a project that they're like, yo, I'm going to launch this.
Yeah.
And then
The label finds out what they're doing.
That's a Stanley Kubrick, fam. That's a
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick. I think the biggest one was the Stanley Kubrick one. I don't know if I can name another.
Yeah.
Leave it in the comments if there's a lot more of those cases, because I really want to like dive deeper into that. Yo, before they passed away, they were gonna do this shit. Also leave a like.
Yeah.
Also leave a like. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another theory to give you.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
Go
I'm
ahead.
surprised we never talked about this shit, because this is one of those like dark origins of stories that we just never bagged.
Yeah.
We never talked about Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, what about Sleeping Beauty?
You know, Sleeping Beauty, the origin story is like mad dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
Yo, Sleeping Beauty, it's low-key shouldn't have
like-
been for kids.
Was it like poisoned?
Nah.
She got poisoned or something?
Nah. So the OG story of Sleeping Beauty, it wasn't even called that. It was called.
This is low key giving me a Ring Around the Rosie vibes.
So
Like,
it's called. Oh yeah.
Like it's about to be dark.
Yo, it's darker than
Yeah,
you think.
yeah.
It's actually mad. And I think that's why they never wanted to make another movie of it. Because
my
if they
gosh.
bring it back and
Yeah.
all of these, I guess, origins are this fucked up,
Oh my god.
bro. They can't make a live action. How you can't make a live
Yeah,
action?
for Sleeping Beauty.
So the original Sleeping Beauty story was called Sun, Moon, and Talia. Okay. Now in the original story, this is what happened. There was a girl, and what happened was she was working on something. I forgot exactly what she was working on, but she accidentally pricked her thumb with some thorn, and it went
Yeah.
in between her thumbnail, right?
Okay.
And it caused her to go into a coma.
Okay.
Pretty much just sleeping, can't wake up. Now, what happened was her father, he decided, man, you know what? The house she lived in, let's just turn it into a tomb. Let's just turn that into her tomb.
While
and-
she's in the coma?
yeah, because
Okay.
she's dead, but she's not at the same time. She's just really unconscious, right?
Okay.
He's like, okay, you know what? That room, that house will turn into her tomb and nobody can touch it, this and that.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, though, there was a prince.
Okay. Everything's normal.
And the prince was hunting in that area where this house was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the prince, he came along the house
Yeah.
and noticed, oh, why is there like a random house in this forest where he's hunting?
Mm-hmm.
He looks in the window and he sees, damn, she's fine.
Oh no.
Yeah, bro. He sees like a pretty woman lying in the bed.
Oh no.
So he breaks and enters into the house and decides to,
wow.
literally decides. And guess what? He gets her pregnant with 2 kids while she's unconscious.
What?
Yeah, fam. This is the original Sleeping Beauty, bro. So the story's not done. It gets even more fucked up. The story's not even
Chill.
done, bro.
Yeah.
So
She wakes up at some point?
no, she doesn't wake up for a bit. So check this out.
okay.
She gives birth to the 2 kids, still unconscious.
That's possible?
I don't know. It's in the story.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's possible. It's in the story,
Yeah.
though. Bro, she gives birth to the 2 kids unconscious, fam. Now, I think what happens next is somebody that loved the prince was so jealous of her that she wanted to like murder the children, something like that.
Okay,
Because she was
yeah.
just jealous of the girl. Like, why are you leaving me for this unconscious lady?
Yeah.
Right? Now check this out. One day when Sleeping Beauty, still unconscious, was on the bed, one of the babies, this is before the babies died and stuff.
Okay.
One of the babies was sucking like on her fingers. Obviously, like babies are like trying to feed or whatever, and sucked on the thumb where the thorn was.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then she
Came back to life. She woke up. And she woke up like, what the fuck? Why am I like Yo,
Whoa.
but the crazy part is this is when the I guess the evil witch,
Yeah.
but this is when she realized, oh, she's awake now. I'm gonna take the kids, I'm gonna like kill them, whatever, blah blah. And the prince sees it and he fights back. And I guess they like end the witch, whatever.
What
but Sleeping Beauty and the prince end up happily ever after.
Yes, I guess.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
guess that's a
Type
happy
shit.
ever ending.
Yeah.
What the heck?
But that's what happens. She ends up falling in love with him
Yeah.
anyways. Like, oh shit, I might as well have
Why
kids
do
with
they
him.
do that, bro?
And he's a prince. Shit.
Yeah, why do they do that? Why do they
That's
censor?
messed up, bro.
Why, and why do we never? Why is that the first time I'm hearing the actual story?
It's because Disney's trying to hide that,
Yeah, I
fam. Disney's
guess,
trying to hide
bro.
that.
Yeah, and you remember the movie that you're saying? Why are they introducing all these vampire movies in Christmas? The Nosferatu thing one.
Yeah, Nosferatu.
Yeah, but did you know that that character was introduced in SpongeBob?
yeah.
First, yeah. Okay.
Well, it was a really old movie.
yeah.
That was a really, really old movie. I forgot exactly
Yeah.
when. It might have even been like the 60s, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I feel like they wanted to introduce that in like obviously the greatest kids show ever. Like obviously they would put that guy in it because they wanted to introduce that idea of like what is that what is this new character like while we're young. So when we're older, it's like, oh, that's normal now.
To be fair though, it's like Frankenstein.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's like that. it's just an iconic monster.
Yeah.
To put it into that. But yeah, that was in SpongeBob. Literally,
Yeah.
the OG Nosferatu, like the OG ass movie, the black and white one.
I don't know
That was in
why it didn't
SpongeBob,
match
fam.
because they were supposed to put another character. Like they were actually supposed to do a animated character that looks like a SpongeBob character, but they went straight to like the vampire.
And it
you
was
know?
even live action.
It was live
Yo,
action.
I love how SpongeBob does that
Yeah.
though. Like they put some live action shit. Like, yo, what the fuck? It just switches up. It's kind of cool.
Especially the pirate one, the one he's writing. And he's in real life. That's cool. Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, that's fucking creative, bro. No, honestly, too, we have to think back and like, okay, if Disney was making all these films
Yeah.
with stories like that, how fucking sick were they to use that story? You know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Low-key.
Like they knew about those stories and then still used it. They switched it up.
Yeah.
Thank God. But the fact that that's what they're reading, and then they decided to, oh man, that's
Yeah.
kind of crazy.
There's probably so many other dark references in SpongeBob that we still don't know because there's so much episodes. They have to get their ideas every episode's from somewhere, and sometimes there's a dark episodes we don't know like the real meaning behind it. Only the SpongeBob ones would know.
Yeah. Did you watch Moana too?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Moana too. Oh, is there?
Yo, in Moana 2,
Yeah.
fam, there's a little hidden detail.
Which one? The
you know
lightning?
about it? Not the lightning.
Oh, okay, go.
Nah, it's like a sexual one.
Whoa, wait.
In Moana 2.
Moana 2. Fuck, let me see. Is it the big guy and Moana?
Yeah.
Ah, I
wait,
think I know.
did you see the scene though?
No. Wait, describe it.
Bro.
Describe it.
So there's a scene where they break out into song, this and that, and then Maui and Moana, they're like literally in like a dance
When
song,
they're stuck on the
whatever.
island, right?
No.
When their ship just crashed?
I'm gonna show you the scene.
What the heck?
It's on screen for just a little bit,
Okay, let
very
me see.
short.
Let me see.
But if you look closely at what Moana does and what Maui does, it's like kind of disturbing.
Let me see.
So they're dancing, they're in song, blah blah blah, and then they hit one of those moves, right, like this.
Yeah.
But Bag, when he's doing that, obviously what's gonna happen if he's opening his legs? So look at Moana.
Whoa.
Yo.
Chill. Okay, I thought it was worse. I thought it was worse.
Yo.
I thought it was gonna be way worse.
What's he wearing? He's wearing a grass skirt,
Yeah, I know,
fam.
yeah. He's gonna see
Definitely
the fucking everything,
See
fam.
the Maui Island, bro. See the big island.
Yo,
That's crazy.
When do you think the first moving tattoo will be introduced?
Moving tattoo.
Remember how Maui has that big one that talks to
Oh.
him? Yo, Loki, if someone can make, I don't know
That
how
shit's crazy.
the fuck that could happen, but if someone could introduce that and make a moving tattoo like Maui, that would be so fire.
That's scary.
Yeah, but it's
If
sick.
your
It's
tattoo
like,
could be alive?
yeah, that's hard.
No, that's kind of scary. I don't know, bro.
What if your tattoos would come to life? Would you want them to? You have some crazy tattoos.
Nah, I
Imagine
wouldn't want
that
them to come to life, bro. I wouldn't want them to come to life.
Like the knighting on the soldier. I look at you one time and that shit is actually knighting.
In my room, like alive, that's crazy.
That'd be fire. Not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
That's fire.
There's a character though. I think it's an Electra. Every
Yeah.
tattoo he has, I think he can turn into.
Mm.
So I think he has like a wolf tat. He can turn into a wolf.
Oh, okay.
Or he has like
It's
a butterfly
Ben 10.
tat, turn into a butterfly. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
Ben 10 book tattoo.
Yeah.
I think that's a sick
Yeah.
concept. though.
I seen this podcaster too. He was interviewing this Brazilian like indigenous guy, right?
Yeah.
And you know how we were talking about like aliens and how they look?
Mm-hmm.
So this was the first time he ever brought up the word alien to that guy, right?
Yeah.
And the indigenous guy is like, what's an alien?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it was crazy because then he showed them a picture of a gray alien
Mm-hmm.
and automatically he's like, oh yeah, I've seen him before. He takes us down.
Yeah.
He's like, have you seen that clip?
Yeah, I talked about it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
And then he said we have a name for him.
Oh, yeah.
It's not actually like he didn't say it's a thing. He named it by person. He's
Oh,
like, oh,
really?
that's blah 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 blah. And there's like an
Oh.
ancient name for it.
Yeah, something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like they said they take him down into
Yeah,
the tunnels.
to do something.
Which makes sense because the theory of the inner earth, that's where the
Yeah.
aliens come from. And how he described them is like an ant.
Oh, okay.
So he described them as like ant people because they live underground, they live in the sea. It kind of makes sense because look, like their head shape,
Yeah, it's
their
weird.
eyes, it does kind of look like an ant
Yeah.
still. Loki looks like an ant.
Yeah, they had, it's the reason. It's the fact that they had a different name for it. Like obviously, alien is a term for us. Them, yo, that's not.
They already know who it was.
They already knew who it was,
Yeah,
yeah.
in the Amazon too.
Oh, I could just imagine what happened in the Amazon.
Because what they say is most of the Amazon you can imagine how fast shit grows, right? That's why for a long ass time, there was some temples they didn't even realize were there.
Yeah.
Until they were able to like cut it down, look through, and even certain LiDAR detectors couldn't pick them up until they finally started cutting through and seeing through. Now imagine that on top of who knows, whatever natural disaster, whatever like meteor strike thousands and thousands of years ago. Underneath everything, the original civilization could be there. And then through a sandstorm, flood, whatever it may be, we know there was a flood.
Yeah.
It could have just got swept over.
Yeah.
Like the Tartaria.
Yeah.
Like that Tartaria theory.
Yeah, and remember that 3-year-old that I told it a long time ago, like the 3-year-old that got lost in the Amazon and then like a tribe helped them, or like he claimed that a tribe helped him survive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, imagine like if you can communicate that specific tribe can communicate with the animals, then you have all the power in the world. Because what's half the Amazon? A bunch of animals.
Yeah.
You have that shit working for you. Oh my god, real life Tarzan.
Yeah, if you could control, I'm surprised we don't.
Yeah.
Like to this day, that still like shocks my mind is we don't utilize animals, or are people already doing it and they're just keeping it?
Oh, I seen a crazy video of Rick Ross, right? So he was in his mainland, wherever country he was, right? And he took a video of this bird. And the bird started moving. He said it followed him around wherever he went. And he's saying that, oh, I know I'm a popular person and you guys have to keep eyes on me at the whole time, but you guys don't have to do this,
To
right?
the birds?
Yeah, because this one bird.
Okay.
Because the bird would fly around, but then it would like idle
Yeah.
wherever he was. So I'll show you the video. Hold on. Rick Ross. I'm like, why would they follow Rick Ross around in the mainland too?
Maybe he's wearing like a certain fragrance that made him tasty.
Look.
Well, that's like an eagle.
Yeah, but look, it would just stay. And he said
I heard that. I heard of those. Do you think
Yeah.
that's real?
Yes, fam. Look, it's literally just idle. What
You
bird does
think
that?
there's actually drone birds?
Yeah,
It would make sense. It would make sense. Yeah.
The pigeons are #1 drone birds. Why are they all sitting on the line like that? Like, come on, bro.
And why do we have 3M on
Yeah,
them?
well, come on. Bro.
Like you guys see those pictures? They fan out a
Oh,
pigeon.
and this is not Juico Studios. Fam.
Yeah,
Why
what
is
the
there
fuck?
3M on
There's 3M
pigeons?
on a pigeon, bro. That's actually crazy.
Yes.
Did God put 3M on pigeons?
Oh, that's their attachments, fam. So they know which ones.
Wait, hold on. Actually, like, is there naturally reflective stuff like that, like with Flash?
Like 3M? No, I think
there has to be.
Really?
Some animals, like there's probably some reptiles, some scary shit like in a cave.
I don't know. I've never heard of that before though. But 3M on pigeons, that just doesn't seem real. That's like an attachment. That's like
Theory, the reason there's so many pigeons is not because like they breed all the time, is because whoever's controlling these like pigeon drones.
Yeah.
It sounds stupid, but like hold on. Stay with me here.
let them land.
Stay with me here, right? The reason there's so many is because they can't just make fucking pigeon drones and throw them everywhere. They can only do that if there's already hella pigeons.
Yep.
And if you put one pigeon drone and there's only one pigeon in the whole freaking city, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You have to keep breeding more, right? And eventually you breed with the fake ones. Who knows what they are? They can have some 3M on them because they're not real.
Real shit. There's only 2 things animals I really want to see before I like pass away. So the quokkas, you know what a quokka is?
I actually don't.
So it's like
The smiling one? Is it the smiling rodent?
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
the
about.
kangaroo one.
It's always happy.
Yeah. Like it would come up to you. Like it would come up to you. Like it would take selfies with you.
Yeah.
And like, but it's like a kangaroo mouse variant, right? And the second one is the Arctic monkeys in Japan, I think, where you have to climb to the top of the mountain to the hot springs, and they would just be chilling like this. The red face one.
I've seen those. Yeah, that's fire.
And I've
that's so
oh my god,
fire.
that's so sick. Like
That's so
they
fire.
look like such like sick animals to look at. Like,
They're vibing,
yeah,
bro. In the hot tub, they're vibing.
just like this, the water up to here, fam.
You know why the quokkas, they don't attack you and they don't
They have
like
no
they're not
predators,
scared?
fam.
Yeah. Where they live is a remote island, no predators at all. So their whole life they're just eating like nuts, fruits, whatever.
Alive.
And they're not scared of shit.
Facts. There's literally no reason to not trust you, type thing.
Yo, if you like reincarnated as a quokka, you're probably
that's
living.
fire.
Bro's always like these animals are always happy, always like smiling and
Yo.
shit. I didn't know that's what they're called. Though.
Yeah, the quokka selfies, fam. They're all like,
They actually look sick.
yeah.
If I could have one as a pet, that'd be fire.
Yeah, that's such a
bro.
Josh animal. A quokka.
A quokka.
Josh would reincarnate into a quokka, fam, for sure.
He low-key is a quokka.
You
He
need
low-key
those
is a
quokkas.
quokka.
No,
Bro's just happy no
just
matter
happy.
still.
No care in the world, fam. Just happy, fam.
You know what though?
Yeah,
As much as Josh is happy, and I don't think like he's not happy, but
obviously.
sometimes though,
Mm.
and this is for everybody that's around their friends, even when your friends look happy, like they're doing good all the time, be open to opening up their book.
Mhm.
Because I will say this is what I've come to learn is you don't really see who they are all the time, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
And some of the happiest people I've met come to realize they're actually kind of sad.
Yeah.
They can't show them.
Yeah.
You know, they can't show them. And then that's where you have the mental health issues, especially with men,
Mhm.
because they're not trying to like show that side to people.
Yep.
You know? So if you have friends that are going through some tough times, going through some shit, and they always seem like happy and, you know, maybe you tease them on shit,
Yeah.
try to open their book.
Yeah.
Try to open their book.
The best thing you can do to learn more about is like you have to be comfortable with being vulnerable. Because like sometimes I never see that side of people, and then once they do, then like I obviously have help to give you or like anyone, you know what I mean? And once you give that, I can finally, you know what I mean? It's not closed off.
Yeah.
And it's like some people don't have like some people are really good in some topics, some people are really good in other topics, right? But if I don't ask for help, I'm never gonna get it.
Exactly. The
know what I
closed mouth never gets fed.
Yeah.
The closed mouth never gets fed.
Yeah. And that's the reason why a lot of men like go through shit because they never reach out.
Yeah.
know
Real
what I mean?
shit. Real shit.
Yeah.
So, even girls too.
Oh yeah. I'm saying that for everything.
Yeah, literally, like girls too. They could be going through some stuff and they never want to talk about it. Talk to your friends. Talk to your homies.
I think one of the saddest ones was when I came home one day, right? And then my sister was in the engineering program at one point, right? And I came up and I just asked her like, "How's it going?" And she would start tearing up.
Really?
And I'm like, "No, this is not right." Right? And she's never asked me for like advice on like, you know, like career goals and stuff because she knows what I'm doing isn't similar to hers.
Yeah.
Right? But I can still give advice. She just didn't know that at the time, right? And when I came down and I was literally telling my parents, "Bro, do you not see your daughter crying right now? Like, she needs help. She needs advice, right?" So I came up to her and me, Jarlene, started talking to her. I'm like, "Okay, what's wrong here?" It's like, "Oh, I don't like the engineering program. It's hard. And then I gave her the simplest solutions. If you don't like that program, switch. It's not too late. Look what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Boom. Now she switched and I can see the change that happened. And I'm like, I'm so thankful I came home that day and asked her that question. Because it can be like some siblings don't have the same relationship as others. Like, so always ask your siblings like how they're doing. Because fam, if I didn't ask her that, we never knew where my sister would be because she would be so sad and depressed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you never want to leave it to themselves. Like,
Yeah,
you want to be able to help. And that's the toughest part too. Like everybody lives their own lives, but sometimes you gotta check in on the people you love,
especially family. And I was so like, it hit me hard because it's like, yo, that's my family. I should be knowing what's going on. That's when I started spending more time with them because I'm like, that can't ever happen again.
Yeah.
To my sister.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And yo, sometimes you think like you think one person's one way. You know what I mean? Like you think one person's one way.
Yeah.
But it takes hard conversations to see difference. You know?
100%.
It takes like literal breaking of something.
Yeah.
To see it's like Mr. Krabs in his shell. You know, like he may be hard on the outside, but on the inside he could be soft type shit.
But that's when that shell breaks. It's like, then here we go. Then we can get some help. Then we can improve. There's nothing wrong with that, fam.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, real shit. Like I think what happened is like in the 80s and the 90s, that shit was considered really, really like, I guess, weak.
Breaking your shell, right?
Yeah. Like you can't show, oh, you're weak. You can't show like I don't know, like you can't be strong or whatever it may be, right?
Yeah.
And all the heroes were what? All the heroes were that. Now, what's crazy is once the 90s, 2000s came along, who are the heroes that most people relate to now? One of the biggest ones is Spider-Man. And you can see his flaws.
Yeah.
And I think that's why. So Stan Lee, the creator of Spider-Man, he talked about this too. The reason he's the most I guess, popular, the most everybody just loves him, is because that's probably the most human superhero.
Like relatable.
Relatable, the most human superhero
Yeah.
created in comics history.
100%.
Or even in just movies in general. Like you see someone fail. If anything, Spider-Man probably fails the most out of any hero.
Yeah.
Even in the comics, it's a meme today that he's just down bad.
Yeah.
Like in every single thing, in his relationship, down bad in freaking fighting villains, down bad in everything. He still fights and he still does good. He's still strong. He's always down bad. And I remember there's this one comic and he's like sitting on a roof under like electricity lamp, right?
Yeah.
And I swear, I forgot exactly what happened. Like if he wanted to, end it all or whatever, he's just sitting looking up. He's like, God, why are you always give the worst stuff to me, like this and that, right? And it's crazy to see that moment in a Spider-Man
And
comic.
he's supposed to be the hero.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be the hero.
Oh man, I didn't even know that was a scene.
Yeah, yo, there's a I forgot the exact comic. I wish I could like pull it up.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll send it to you after so you can put it on screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like your biggest heroes, the biggest heroes that are most relatable, the most popular ones, and honestly the villains. The reason we relate to the villains the most is because the villains go through the hard shit and it's public.
Yeah. Real shit.
The heroes, at least like Superman or all those other heroes, you don't really see the hardship up front. Yeah. Batman's a very popular one too. Straight up, Batman doesn't have parents, bro.
Yeah, man.
Spider-Man doesn't have parents, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the heroes that are most relatable, the heroes that fell the most are the greatest ones.
Yeah, because they have the most to learn. Yeah, fam.
And shout out Emson, he said this. Spider-Man's greatest power wasn't his webs, wasn't his spidey sense, wasn't his strength.
What was it?
It was
mentality?
The ability to inspire.
That's a bar.
Right? That was his greatest superpower, the ability to inspire.
Yeah, because he's done everything. Like he's gone through everything so he can give that advice.
Inspires literally all the kids that looked up to him. And it's crazy because when you're a little kid, you just see it as, oh, he's just a hero, blah, blah, blah. Then you become a teenager and like, yo, he was a loser that became cool in his own way. He's still smart.
Yeah.
Look up to him that way. You become an adult, you say, yo, he's going through problems with Mary Jane. He's going through problems with this and that. He's just still like fighting crime.
Yeah. It's the timelines too. It's like all the teenager problems happen when we happen. You know what I mean? So literally our whole lives, we can look up to that storyline.
I think what's cool is when you have a character that transcends time like that. Yeah. So the little kids can take something out of it, which is just straight hero. The teenagers can take something out of it, which is inspiration. And the adults can take something out of it, which is relatability.
Yeah.
And it all ties together. It's not just like one generation likes it because it looks nice.
Yeah.
Right? It literally transcends life in that way. It's cool as shit.
You know that trend is like, oh, some people ask me why I like Spider-Man. And I'll say, it's because the webs, how cool he is. But on a deeper level, that's literally what you just said. But on a deeper level. Because somebody asked me, oh, why do you like troll? I just say like, oh, it's fun to do, but on a deeper level, oh, I like seeing how people react. I like the emotionally intelligent, you know what I mean? I break that shit down, you know what I mean? With every reaction, I get an answer, fam. You know
yeah, everything can be deeper.
Yeah,
yo, I think that's the most important thing about life. Shit seems boring.
Yeah,
deep it.
Yeah, fam.
Literally.
Deep it. Yeah.
Shit seems boring to you, deep
That's
it.
literally the root of the podcast. Too. It's like one thing can be thing, but okay.
Yeah, you don't understand something, deep it. It's the answer. Yo, you don't understand why you're friends like that? Deep it. Yo, literally is the answer to everything.
Yo, new slang, deep it.
That movie sucked to you, but everybody else liked it. Deep it. Yo, literally.
That could be a W trend.
Yeah, just deep that shit, man.
Yeah, man.
Because one day you're gonna wake up and realize, man, back in the day, this happened because of that happened. Look at your life now. Deep it. It happened because this, that.
And you don't want to deep it too late.
Yeah, you don't want to deep it too late.
So
that's,
deep it
that's
now,
true.
fam.
Deep it now. Yeah. So while you're older, you can keep it up.
And you can give that wisdom to somebody else who needs it. You know what I mean? We all learn. We all grow together. You know what I mean?
And y'all grow the best because y'all listen to Jump Jump. All right, thank you guys for watching this episode of Jump Jump Podcast. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Make sure to go down to Apple, Spotify, Download those episodes. It helps us so much. We love you guys. Like the video.
Also, what was I gonna say? Last thing.
Jump out?
No. There's one thing.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna show you.
Oh, you're gonna.
This is for the end.
Oh, okay.
But like, cause we're gonna do Jumpers Jump documentaries.
Yeah.
Now, I want you guys to leave in the comments which one you guys want us to do, because I have two options right now.
Okay.
So we either go to the Fairmont Hotel, which my aunt specifically has a ghost story there, which is haunted too.
Yeah.
There's hella ghost stories there. That's in Alberta.
Okay.
Or we go to the Stanley Hotel, which is in Colorado, and it's really nice and mountainous and shit.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, I think Sam and Colby went there.
Okay.
A whole bunch of ghost hunters went there. So pick one. Leave down in the comments.
Pick
Fairmont
one.
Hotel
Comment right now.
or Stanley Hotel. Which one we doing? We already did the Queen Mary.
Yeah.
Which
that
one
was
we
a
doing
warm
now?
up. That was a very good warm up.
Let us know.
now-
Let us know.
Yeah.
And yeah, make sure to like the video. Come on, y'all. Like, look at our views at. Look at our views
2025.
at. What's our views at? And what's our likes at?
Yeah.
So
Come
let's
on.
match it, yo.
Let's match it,
Let's
man.
match it. Let's do 2025 big. We love you guys. And yeah, Jumpers Jump Out.
Deuces.